Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Fabs or Flushes 2020 week 4. Can you believe we are halfway already? Because I can't. I've been enjoying these so much, even though we haven't had so many gems. Today is equally exciting and nerve-wracking because I have never ever tried a powder foundation in my life, and that is exactly what we are doing today. If you're equally as excited to see what the Bare Minerals original foundation looks like and wears like on an oily, acne prone skin, then just keep on watching. Before I put this foundation on, first of all I have to find out the claims. Second of all, I need to find out how to put this on because, like I said, I've never put a powder foundation on. Bare Minerals Original Foundation SPF 15 is an award-winning mineral foundation. The shade range of 30 shades is okay. It's just okay. What it is 30 True to You shades. Our amazingly lightweight loose powder foundation provides sheer to full coverage with a no makeup look and feel that lasts for up to 8 hours. An all-time fan favorite for 2 decades and counting, this natural looking foundation is made with just 5 mineral ingredients and promotes clearer, healthier looking skin over time. Okay. Texture: loose powder foundation. Coverage: sheer to full. Finish: naturally luminous. They repeat a lot of stuff. Like I said, for the very first time I'm gonna read how to use instructions because I've never used this foundation before or anything like it. Sorry friends, my camera cut me off, so I'm refilming this portion of the video because we actually missed out on the most important bit, how to use this. For a flawless application, use the swirl, tap, buff method. 1. Swirl a small amount of original foundation with the SPF into the lid with the beautiful finish brush until the Bare Minerals are tucked into the bristles. 2. Tap off excess. The loose powder foundation should not be visible on the outside of the brush. 3. Buff the mineral makeup onto your skin in a swirling circular motion, starting on the outside of your face near your cheekbones, then buff around your face, working your way to the forehead, cheeks and nose. Buff until you're satisfied with the coverage. Less is more when applying the Bare Minerals, and you can build it up from sheer to full coverage. And now we know how to apply this foundation. Let's zoom it in and let's try it out. I just had a quick look at the beautiful finish brush. It's £26 by the way. No thank you. It looks interesting because the bristles on the outside look a little bit longer than what's inside. I will try either of these brushes and maybe a sponge. We will figure that out pretty fast because it's time to put the foundation on. I went with the shade Fairly Light 03. Ooh, you get a manual? What? I've never seen that before, but it has the same instructions like it does on the website. We don't need it. Maybe we will. Okay, so you get this lock. I love that. And then you can like, oh, what? And then you can twist it to lock it. Oh, that's such a good idea. Bare Minerals, you already have points. You take this off, you don't need this because you then can twist and it locks. This is genius. Let's follow the steps. Let's take some of the foundation. I'm just going to follow my gut and I'm going to take a slightly denser brush and we are going to swirl this foundation in. It's not really picking up. Oh, I should have brought the brush that was recommended. Okay. Tap. This was a bad idea. And I'm going to apply it. this brush. Nope. Okay, I got 2 more brushes. I got my favorite Expert Face brush, but I also found this e.l.f. foundation one. I'm gonna try this. Let's give this a try instead. Okay, I'm doing the same. Oh, I didn't tap it. I'm not gonna tap it. Okay. I genuinely thought this was going to be the end of our foundation wear test today. I'm going to try my favourite Expert Face brush. This is very, very dense. Oh yeah. It does not feel like, well, it feels like powder a little bit. At the same time, it doesn't. Okay, this is what one side of my face looks like with 1 application's worth in comparison to my bare face. I mean, I'm very surprised to even see anything, like any coverage. I don't mind it. It just needs to be a little bit more than this. At this point, it is definitely more of a medium coverage for me. Let's move on to the worst side of my face. Nope, you definitely need to buff it. I'm sifting more out. And I do like this brush for this application as well. Oh, shall I try a sponge? Picked it up, very weird. And nothing happened, and majority of that foundation is just in the sponge. And this is what the other side of my face looks like with 1 application's worth of the foundation in comparison to my bare face. The finish of this foundation is nothing like I've seen before. It actually looks quite nice, but I look like I have just put the tiniest bit of highlighter everywhere. So once my natural oils come through, it's not gonna mix well, I think. But at the moment in time, I love the finish of this foundation. I love the sort of glow that it has. Let's try and build it. I just know that it's not going to be full coverage. Not my idea of full coverage. I don't even think it's going to be high coverage, but let's try and build it. Okay, I tried to build it as much as I can and it just stopped gripping. I managed to build it to like a solid medium coverage, which I actually don't mind. It looks pretty nice. Again, I love the finish. The one thing I notice is that I have a dry patch right here, and that is quite emphasized. And now we've come to the portion where I am stuck. I have no idea what to do because I want to conceal my under eye, but obviously this is powder, and how? Just how? When I put liquid under here, it's going to meet the powder and it might get very cakey, but let's try it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this foundation is so revolutionary that it doesn't do that. Speaking of revolution, let's conceal with Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer today. That wasn't so bad. Okay, wow. I'm shocked. I was really expecting some kind of a line or something, but it hasn't done anything like that. Shall I risk cream bronzing? If you've been here for a while, you'll know that I love cream contouring, cream bronzing, and this might be a total mistake because even though concealer worked, that doesn't mean cream contour would work, but I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna be very gentle, and the minute I see it like bunching up, I'm gonna stop and we're gonna try and fix it. It's not a terrible idea, but I'm not gonna be like, this isn't going to be my go-to application. I have to say, other powders layer on this quite nicely. My worry was that it's not going to grip, but as you can see, I managed to bronze my forehead and my cheeks a little bit more. I added blush and it gripped. It looks good. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup off camera. It is currently 9:45, so I'm just going to do the regular 10 o'clock and we are going to see what this foundation looks like in 2 hours. Okay, you guys, 2 hours have passed and this is what my face looks like. Obviously, I look a little bit dewy all over, borderline oily, and I'm gonna have to blot, but I must say, in natural lighting, this foundation looks so good. It has better coverage than it seemed in my studio lighting. Before I say anything else, let's blot. Okay, I just blotted, and yes, this sheen is what the foundation looks like. I mean, there's very little transfer. This is just the main spot really, and most of that is oil. Never in my life did I think I would like a powder foundation, especially this much. So far, it is looking great. I love the finish, and I already know I will have to try out the matte version. I'm not gonna ramble because so far it looks good, and yeah, I'll see you in 2 more hours. Hour number 4, you guys, and here is what my face looks like. I am shiny once again, and there are a couple of changes. However, before I do show you them, before I discuss them, I'm going to blot so you can see them really well. Hopefully you can see the overall like redness slowly coming through, and I am losing coverage on my cheeks and on my jaw. However, at a 4-hour mark, this and the e.l.f. one last week has probably lasted the best so far. I like it still, and I'm gonna do something that I never do during my wear tests, but because this is a powder foundation, I'm able to build it. So I'm gonna put you down, and we are going to take a little bit more of the foundation, and I'm going to see if I can kind of reapply it without it looking cakey. This mechanism, they did that. If I finish this foundation, this is going to become my container for my face powder. I'm going to tap it in the center of my face, and I'm only going to do it on this side of my face. So I want to have 1 application's worth on this side and then like touch-ups on the other. Let's see. You guys, I honestly, in a million years, did not think I would like a powder foundation this much. I love it. This is a little bit more shiny than the reapplied version. I like it. Okay, let's keep going. I shall see you in 2 more hours. Hour number 6, and this is what my face looks like. I am beyond impressed. I mean, I'm shiny once again in the center of my face, so let me blot and let me tell you all about it. I mean, the foundation has collected in my forehead line a little bit. I do have to admit that. Can you see? Yeah, it doesn't look the best, but anywhere else, it looks pretty nice. Coverage is still okay. Strangely, reminds me of the NARS All Day Luminous, and you know how much I love that foundation, how much I recommend it. This is just a completely different application because it's pure powder. I mean, I like it. I'm gonna keep wearing it, and I shall share my overall views at the end of the day, because so far for £29, this is a very good foundation. Okay, you guys, hour number 8, and this is what my face looks like. I'm shaking because I thought I lost my phone, but I got it. By the way, I have been wearing a face mask because I went shopping, so my face is slowly falling apart. But I'm gonna blot, and then I'm gonna decide whether it is the time where it's slowly falling apart. This is the piece of paper. You can tell I've been sweating. Like I showed you earlier, my nose is patchy now because I wore that mask actually wondering whether I should apply another layer of this side. I think I might, because I am intrigued whether this looks nice when you layer it over and over again throughout the day. So let's do it. I'm gonna sit down and put another layer on. So I'm just gonna apply a nice thin layer on one side of my face. Whoa. Okay, you can even see it just there. Can you see that line even on my forehead? There's a clear difference. Redness there, on my cheek there, nothing. Okay, let me try and make it still. And it doesn't look that cakey. It does around my mouth, but it always does. Like, I have a problematic, like, I have somewhat dry skin around my mouth. I am very, very, very impressed with this foundation. I did not expect to like a powder foundation, and I do, because it feels comfortable. It doesn't even feel like powder on my skin. It feels like nothing. All right, you guys, our number 10. I think I'm gonna make one more check-in later on because I'm not going to bed yet. I'll make one more check-in, but I want to quickly show you what the foundation looks like on my skin. It is falling apart. There is more cakiness and the shine again. Overall, it doesn't look good anymore. It is like at its breaking point. I wouldn't feel comfortable going out like this. It doesn't look that bad. I'm gonna quickly blot and I shall see you in 2 more hours. All right, you guys, I have officially worn this foundation for 12 hours. And as you can see, the side where I haven't reapplied it throughout the day, it is very clear that the redness is coming through. I am once again oily, and this isn't like a dewy look. This is like straight up oily, but I actually really, really like this foundation. A full-on fab, a gem. I love it. I recommend it. However, if you want like a matte foundation, this isn't it. This is a matte foundation. It feels matte, but it has luminosity naturally. So if you don't like that, obviously you're not going to like this foundation, but I highly recommend it. You will definitely see it on my channel more. I hope you have enjoyed that. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best, and I hope to see you next week for another Fabs or Flushes.